Hey everyone, Will here from Mature Minded Gamers, and tonight I'm going to be continuing my dive into each of the characters for Super Fantasy Brawl. Tonight we are going to be bringing you Goldarr, Scourge of the Several Seas. A very awesome pirate character. He has 1 armor, 8 health, and the best part, when he levels up, he gains an ability that he is immune to push. A character that you really want to make sure is the one controlling locations, controlling the zones, being the ones that are adjacent to objectives. He is really the one that once he gets leveled up, not only does the defense gonna help with this amount of health that he has, but he is an immovable object, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and dive into each of the cards and take a look at what the finished product should look like for Super Fantasy Brawl when it hits store shelves, hopefully this summer. So diving into card number 1, we are looking at Me Hearties. This is a skill card, gives you 2 movement, and then not only on top of that, you also get to draw a card, and Goldarr's allies get +1 power and +1 move until the end of the turn. Okay, that's a pretty decent card to be able to start off with on a skill. Not only do you get 2 movement to be able to help position Goldarr where you need him, but you're also going to be able to boost some attack and movement, but also draw a card to be able to gain some potential resources for later as well. A good card to start off with on any given turn. So, Me Hearties. Alright, so next up we are going to be taking a look at an attack card called Harpoon Strike. I love the art of this card. I mean, this to me just screams Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here! Because not only is it 2 movement, range 2 to 3, so a minimum of 2 range, maximum of 3. Only 1 damage doesn't do a lot of damage, but here's the cool part. It's going to pull them too. Really making sure that Goldarr is the one that's going to be able to help change the tide as far as making sure that other characters, other enemy characters, aren't controlling zones, which is going to be crucial, and Goldarr is one of the best at that. So let's take a look. Next we have Plutodarr, a creation like attack card. It gives you 2 movement, a melee attack, 2 power. After the attack, you're going to be able to draw 1 for each damage that you dealt. So could be more than 2 depending on the other cards that were played, if you had any other boost cards, things like that, and just a card that you really want to maybe even start off with as well. It's another good starter card because you can get more cards in your hand for the remainder of the round if you don't necessarily have the positioning that you want. So another decent card for Goldarr. Alright, so next up we have Anchors Aweigh. Now this is one of my favorite cards. Again, Goldarr being one of the best at area control. Not only does it give him 2 movement, but it's going to hit 3 people. Now you got to be careful though, because if you use this in the wrong spot, and let's say your champion is right in the middle, and you've got 2 enemy champions here, you're going to also hit your own, which could be bad. But it only does 1 power, but after the attack, it's going to push them 1. So that could be a potential maybe 2 damage, or even just getting, again, people off zones, and that's what Goldarr's, again, best at. So let's take a look at one of his other skill cards. Now, this one is a 1 movement, but it's going to allow you to dash 5, ignoring champions and traps, dealing 1 damage to each enemy dash through. So this one is very good about getting Goldarr across the board. Now, it does have the advantage of dealing damage, but it's more about making sure if you need to get from one zone to the other zone, from like manipulation all the way over to creation, and maybe you just, man, I can't get over there, you know, this tower's in the way, or this enemy's in the way, got some traps in the way as well. Just set sail, get right across the board, and a great way to do that with this Goldarr card. Again, not only does he allow to help get other characters off of scoring zones, but also making sure he can get from one spot to the other. So very, very useful card. And last but certainly not least, we have Goldar's reaction card. It gives +1 defense, and then after the attack, the attacker suffers Fear 2. Now, Fear 2 is the one that's going to make them move backwards or away from the player that played it. So the attacker, if he suffers Fear, he's going to be moving 2 directly away from Goldarr. So another reaction card that's going to assist in getting characters off of control points. So a very nice Goldarr card. All right, that finishes up for Goldarr, the Scourge of the Several Seas. If you like this video and you want to be notified when we post more content for Super Fantasy Brawl, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We could definitely use your support, and we would love to see you at the table. All right, everybody, take care.